Show me bloodshed.
Okay,
Show
we're
me
going in,
carnage.
guys. We are going into the game, perfect. And let's just look at the compositions first, because this is basically what it kind of boils down to. Like, whether those comps are going to be evenly matched or not. And they are going to be evenly matched. I saw this comp fight, like these two comps fight one another quite a few times. And I feel like this basically depends on how well you execute your turns, how well you basically anticipate what your opponent has got in store for you, and how well you plan ahead, really. So let's just see how exactly this plans out. We can see, for instance, Bulwark of Light being taken by HEYLOW, so he decides against taking Deathless Accusation. He also goes first on this turn. And let's just see what Sidelat does here, because he has quite a few possible openings. He can just go for a stun, as a response. He can just transform the Abo and try to kind of manipulate the position of HEYLOW's composition as well. Like, for instance, pushing the Crusader out, getting the Jester right in range. He can guard the Houndmaster, right, as another possibility. He can use the command to bolster his accuracy across the board as well. He goes for this. This is a very smart move, by the way. What do you think, Goliath? Why did he do this?
It's clear he's got to get the advantage out. What I was more focusing on HEYLOW's Crusader trying to put up Bulwark. That 20% protection is really going to come in handy, especially against a team like this. But dots may be a good factor on Sis's side. We have to see.
Yeah, we have a very, very solid core right now for Sis, so it's going to be very hard for ProfessorHeyLow's Jester to use Harvests, because both MAA and Crusader, especially the Crusader, have very high bleed resistances. But what Sis actually did there, like, he actually saw that, the BH of HEYLOW has finished him. So what he decided to do is basically just to activate the Crusader to avoid that extra damage that could have otherwise come forward, right? So we have a Gardo coming through as well, so that's quite a big deal, I guess. I really want to see the trinkets on this Arbalest, by the way, because it really depends on whether this Arbalest does actually bring to the table the Tiller or not, which allows you to penetrate the protection of that Houndmaster here.
Yes. For the moment, it's interesting. We stay using the same strategic on the semifinals, right? It's more or less the same configuration, the same abilities, and the same
Play with
hero.
what you know. Play with what works.
Oh, he dodged. That's unfortunate. That's such an unfortunate dodge.
That dodge is very bad for Wishful Theater like that. Oh, very good for Professor.
At the same time, this Arbalest doesn't do that much damage, right? You have to admit it, like, this is just 14 damage. This Houndmaster is just going to be extremely healthy for quite a while right now. I wonder if that Guard was actually a good idea there, though, because this means, like, you can just channel a lot of damage onto the Houndmaster without even hitting him, right? So this might have been, like, a small mistake on Silas. Oh, we have a dodge in response, by the way. This is
dodge in the dodge.
Yeah. This kind of is predictable, though, because the Houndmaster has the bonus to dodge once he starts using the guard dog, right? So we have those kind of dodges balancing themselves out. This is very good for the state of the game, because this means, this game isn't going anywhere right now. It's like it's not going to swing in anyone's favor just because of some bad RNG. So I feel like this is just all fair. And yeah, let's just kind of see where this takes us. By the way, HEYLOW actually buffed accuracy with the Jester. This might have been quite a lucky dodge, by the way, by Sis. I just realized that.
Understand? Yes. Oh, it's a very good idea to use the transform the Abomination and stun the Crusader.
Yeah. There's a lot of bleed stacks actually across the board for Sidelat right now. Both the Crusader and the Houndmaster are quite hurt. And honestly, Sidelat or Sis is playing the stress composition first and foremost, right? So he really hasn't delivered any stress yet. It's a bit, I feel it's a bit scary right now for him, because he really needs to start delivering those, large amounts of stress, or he is just going to fall behind very, very quickly.
Yeah.
By the way,
He is delivering a very large damage reduction, though. He will have to waste Arbalest's turn right now to be able to clear. Downside is that Abomination will be ready to stun by the time he does it next turn.
Yeah, that's high damage though. Despite all the debuffs, this is still 24 crit, so it's quite a bunch of damage. By the way, how do you feel about HEYLOW's composition, Goliath? Because this is very similar, remarkably similar to what you're running. You just switch out the leper for the BH. That's basically the only change we see here. So how do you feel about this comp?
It looks like I've I've yet to run into a comp like this. It looks pretty good though. Having an extra finisher really helps. Sometimes Jester just isn't enough, and you need a little more power. There's definitely a lot more movability with Bounty Hunter. Being able to pull and mark people at the same time gives them some more avenues of attack for their Arbalest. But in this case, I'd play Arbalest a little more passively, a little more defensively. All in all, though, I think it's a good switch. You know? He still does some very good damage.
It is like if you have, especially if you go against more squishy targets, though, but HEYLOW brought to the table like a lot of HP, right? So wearing him down is going to take several turns, and he's slowly stressing HEYLOW down. Although we have to admit this Jester has been extraordinarily lucky this game, like he dodged so many attacks right now. And this A-bomb is going to be is not going to be allowed to even transform right now. In theory, like what HEYLOW is banking on is the second transformation of the A-bomb, because this is the total of 128 stress going across the board for HEYLOW. So that's the like in total if you count all the horror, right? So that's quite a big deal. Preventing this from happening, just killing this A-bomb first before it gets to act, is actually very, very important for HEYLOW, because this stress is going to basically decide the game, I feel, or might decide the game. At the very same time, though, this Houndmaster, you know, remains maybe not untouched, but quite safe in the very back of the road. This might change right now with this Arbalest turn. It does change indeed. And that's actually very scary for HEYLOW, because he's bleeding in multiple avenues at the very same time, right? We have this Abomination being stunned in the front. We have the guard being already used, and this Houndmaster being in a lot of trouble, so he's not able to deliver any stress right now, and this is really going to hurt HEYLOW in the long run, because he has not been able to actually do that much stress. Like, by the end of 10-3, you usually expect to see at least one affliction, maybe two, if you're playing stress, if you're like kind of, you know, delivering what you expect to deliver. So I feel like this might be a bit of trouble for Sis right now, because he seems to be behind in my eyes. What do you think, Elias?
I disagree. I think that Sis is trying to play this a lot more passive, because he knows Bello is going to establish that debuff, establish that high stress. All he has to do is wait out Bello and he forces the team to react. HEYLOW has to react to the Bello. That's all he has to do is keep his team alive until the afflictions roll in. I think he's sacrificing time here just to ensure, you know, his team gets out alive with a few more people.
Yeah, the question is like whether this is too slow or not, right? Basically, that boils down to whether like HEYLOW has this control on this game over this game or not. Like whether going this slow isn't too slow. I feel like this might be too slow. I'm just kind of a bit afraid right now, because we, you know, basically have like what 50 stress on the Crusader, 50 on the Arbalest, 20 on the Jester, and another 50 on the BH, and that's it. This is 10-4, guys. I feel this is like going extremely slowly for HEYLOW. And the question is right now, I feel like he can just he can wait with this Houndmaster, just wait for the, you know, appropriate moment to strike. So once his Houndmaster drops to 0 HP, he then activates him and heals, and also use the attack. Okay, we have a... Oh, that's so scary right now for HEYLOW, because he really needs to activate the A-bomb right now. Maybe push the Jester out. I feel he just has to push the Jester out right now. From the get-go, just transform, push, and hope, like, we have to hope this freaking Jester doesn't dodge for the next time. And this horror is actually very big. Like, if he gets this he gets this push. This means that this Jester is on very low HP. He is indeed at the very final row, and at the very same time, Sis actually got out this second rotation of Harrow, which is extremely important. At the very same time, though, HEYLOW's composition is bleeding. Like, we have this, I mean, metaphorically bleeding, right? We have very low HP bars on both the A-bomb and the Houndmaster. Oh god, this regen is not enough as well. I think he expected this to be enough.
Kill.
Oh, this is dead Houndmaster. This Houndmaster hasn't done that much, by the way, this game. He basically licked wounds once.
Just only the dodge saved that Houndmaster? No!
Yeah, no, this is just never, that's never gonna be a dodge.
And that's the first kill on round 4. Bounty Hunter sees that one. Well, now, while he still is up 1 hero, Bello is still on play. You know, he can still take this back, especially with, you know, people going to be afflicted at the start of turn 5.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot for HEYLOW to consider.
Yeah, also this, this Crusader has been actually kept out of, position 1 and 2 for the duration of the fight. I don't think he actually has been able to use the Zeus accusation even once over the course of this entire fight. So this is kind of painful. Also, this A-bomb is going to slowly die. I feel like this MAA is not going to be able to hold the guard for much longer, so this might indeed mean that, this is probably lights out for HEYLOW in the first game. Doesn't look too good for him, anyway.
Sorry, someone's at my door.
Oh, and the critic in the healing. Oh my god. Very good play with the Professor Halo in this moment. It's a very good situation for him.
Yeah, Halo is definitely holding a very strong advantage right now. It's like, without a shadow of a doubt, like, you have this pressure from the Jester, who has been mostly unscathed. Like, you know, he took some damage, obviously, but this is a stress comp, so he hasn't taken that much stress. You have 0 afflictions, then 5 guys. This is ridiculously bad for Sis. This is very, very late into the fight. Still 0 afflicted targets, so it's not really going as planned, I feel, for Sis. Like, he really doesn't... He must be feeling the pressure right now.
Maybe the best choice for this moment in Wishful Theaterless, they have a 2-person to make a stun. And oh,
incredible! He goes so hard. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god!
Oh, you hate to see it, though. You really hate to see it. Come on. It's like the opposite of over for Halo. I think he's just got it. Like, this basically confirms the kill, but in fact, for him, like, this just feels like this is just all over for him. I'm really not sure how he digs himself out of this hole. Seriously, I'm just really not sure. But it is a kind of interesting trinket choice by the BH of Halo. You can see the both the executioners and the finisher right on this BH, and this basically means that he has a lot of death blow chance there. So this might mean, like, you know, it's like the caltrops will be way more lethal for this BH than for most of the other characters in the game.
Alright, the first afflicted in the Professor Halo configuration.
Yeah, but it's just so late. It's just so late. Also, you have to kind of think of the Houndmaster's first stand where he actually used the guard dog on the MAA. Maybe he could have actually used the Hound's Harry at the very start. This would have probably put a lot of pressure on Halo's side. Maybe this would have been enough to basically, you know, break those characters a single turn sooner. Because right now, like, Sidelat is just, you know, almost dead on 2 characters. This MAA obviously can do some things, but you have double healing on the side of Halo, and you have a virtuous hero as well. So this just looks very, very grim for Sis right now. There's the Fezzel's accusation, guys.
They trying, Wishful try to win this match, but it's very difficult for him. Maybe the first match, maybe, but only maybe, is from Professor Halo. I don't know. It's not enough afflicted people in the configuration of the Professor Halo, and the configuration of Wishful, the heroes of Wishful, have 2-person in the dead doors. Okay, the second afflicted.
Those who covered injury.
It's not looking very good. It looks like it's going to be Halo's game, though. He's got 2 people on Death Story. He still has Bounty Hunter, still has Jester up. All he has to do is get 1 hit with Arbalist on Crusader, and he can just get a double kill on this round. Might just be game, set, match.
Oh, it's smooth.
All it certainly is. Yeah, that's just a dead A-bomb, and I think this is not over, right, because this Jester has the finisher as well. So it's not looking too hot for Sis right now. Admittedly, it's just not looking too hot. He lowers the death blow resistance right now with this, and this probably should be a kill confirmed for the Jester too.
And now it's time of the Jester. Maybe the killing blow. It's coming. They're killing. Yeah.
That's
very bad for Wishful.
That just was going to happen from the get-go. I'm pretty. Yeah, there's just no other way out of this.
It's just like the comic, 1 man-at-arms against the world. Can he do what he did in those comics? Let's see, ladies and gentlemen.
I think the short answer is nope. But we'll see, Like, we have double healing. We have to remember about this. Like, if you play against stress, if you have some healing available, it's just really annoying for the stress team to be dealing with double heals. Especially this Crusader can heal 2 characters at the same time, or can heal himself and an ally. And he is also virtuous still, so this just brings a lot to the table for him. Like, he is healing that stress so hard. I feel like this might be just unwinnable at this point.
Yeah.
I agree with Mike. It looks like it just might be game, set, match.
Yeah, this is just game 1 of the best of 5, so we'll probably see some turnarounds here. Like, I feel like there were quite too many dodges on this Jester, which would have probably been a lot of pressure for Halo, right? He would have to be healing instead of damaging the character of Side Allies, so this probably was something that perhaps decided the game a little bit. But overall, like, this was, yeah, like, I feel like he also Sidelad didn't play this too aggressively, where he obviously could have. I feel like he could have just played this a bit more forward, because if you play stress against an aggressive comp, you really have to be just dishing out a lot of stress. Like, you know, having afflictions hit, you know, kick in at around 10, 5, or 6.
Wow.
Houndmaster lost me the game.
My
Complete
God.
misplay with Houndmaster. Lost it for me. I apologize.
Yeah. The Hallmaster is so very, very good.
Yeah, that was a heavy hit, by the way. Holy fuck! That's why you take pit fighters on the MAA. That's why, because otherwise he just dies a single shot.
Be beaten.
I'm really curious as to what adjustments those guys make, because they can both make some optimizations in their composition. I saw at least a few avenues for those optimizations to come through. So I'm just kind of looking forward to those adjustments right now, coming in, like, to, you know, some switches as far as the skills go, to some alterations in terms of the trinkets, and maybe the positional changes as well. So I'm very, very curious as to what those
Halo,
guys
mute deafen
end up
yourself,
doing.
by the way, Halo. Mute deafen yourself, right?
So we're just going to let those guys make those alterations right now. We'll just go back to the baseline.
This is the first
go back
match.
to the baseline screen, guys, and let's see where this goes. Sorry, Misukun. Go ahead, man.
No problem. Just, I normally just want to say the first match is go to Professor Halo, but we have a lot of match to see for the moment. All right, this is not decided. In this moment, Wishful Theater Lad, he can put a new strategic versus the Professor Halo, and maybe with the change of the trinkets, go make more difficult to the victory to the Professor Halo, right? So
I agree. Yeah, it's. I'm excited to see what Sis might do to counter Halo's advances. He's been applying pressure consistently the entire last game. Let's see how Sis will respond to that. I'm most certain that he'll come up with some ingenious strategy to put Halo in his place.
yes, the Houndmaster is a very great weapon in the configuration of the Wishful Theater Lad, but take care, Wishful. You know, to the Professor Halo don't like the dogs.
Yeah, that's true. So, like, I mean, there are quite a few ways for Sis to kind of protect the Soundmaster, right? Because he's definitely going to be the priority target nonetheless. Like, unless there are, like, certain moves that Sis makes, I feel like he has a couple of avenues there as well. Like, as far as positioning the Soundmaster goes, for instance, as far as, you know, perhaps pre-guarding, like on the very first turn, like, there are quite a few ways you can save the HM. But obviously it takes a bit of mental effort and a bit of planning, right? So we just have to see whether this is what Sidelad does for us here or not. It all basically boils down to those decisions he makes right now, whether he's able to kind of punch back or whether he ends up with like 2-0 deficit, from which it's kind of unlikely he comes back from, because really, honestly, if you're 0-2 in a game with so much RNG as DD, it just probably is just going to take an enormous amount of luck on top of skill to actually claw your way into the series, right? So I feel like Sis has to win this game right now, or, you know, it's all basically done and dusted for him. Because really, you'd never want to be 0-2 in a best of 5. It's just the worst possible position for you to be in. Because reverse swipes are possible. Reverse sweeps are possible in, you know, like those more I know dexterity-oriented games like League of Legends or StarCraft, but here I feel like this is just planning and strategy and RNG. We're going into game 2, guys, so let's just go into it right now. I'm super hyped to see what changes those guys have made.
Alright, let's go to see the second match. So guys, remember, this is the channel of the players of today and the special guest from today. Remember, go on his channel and like a very good like, right? Or follow or subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'd like to actually see the trinkets right now, because I have no idea what those guys are running. We have the transformation coming through from Sidelad's Abomination right now. He's probably gonna get rid of the Crusader, yeah. So this means that the Satyr has to lance. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. So this is resisted, and that's like kind of. I don't think that's that big, honestly, but it's feels like slightly like a wasted turn, honestly, right now. Okay, we have a stun coming through for on the A-bomb. That's not that bad for Seidel right now as well. So,
Wow.
yeah, this. I feel like
However, it will come back to haunt him in the next turn. He'll have half of his team stunned if he continues to use Stunning Blow. So I agree 100% with what Halo's doing here.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I feel like he has no other choice, right? Just has to stun one of the stunners to just prevent some of the damage from coming through. And also the stress, right? Because this A-bomb is just going to be delayed by a single 10. Moreover, it's very important right now, this BH has Finish Him available right now. He's just going to capitalize on this low, on this activated Abomination. Just, oh no, he doesn't do this. Well, this is surprising as hell. By the way, this is very unfortunate. You have to notice this. Halo's BH doesn't actually have Mark. So if this BH, if this Hammaster gets moved right now, if this Hammaster just gets moved, there's no way in hell this Arbalest can target the Mark. So basically this HM is safe in the very front, and he would have been safe. Then he would have been like somewhere else. I'm kind of wondering what Sis does here, like whether he goes for stun control or whether he just goes for pure stress. He decides to go for stress. I feel like I have to agree with this. Like, he was severely behind the previous game, so he just tries to, you know, capitalize on this right now. He's just trying to do some stress damage, like, from the get-go. This is also very good. That's good, that's good. Like, as long as you're not 0 HP against this comp, you're pretty much Gucci, right? Especially that you go fast. You can afford right now to do the Hound's Harry, probably, and then the next turn you just heal. And this is pretty much okay for Seidel, I feel. This is pretty much okay. You can obviously just heal now and try to go for Hound's Harry next turn, but this basically means that he hasn't used the Houndmaster to his true purpose, which is doing shitloads of stress damage. And he really needs to be doing a lot of stress here.
Yeah. I think it's a very good change of strategy. Full stress. Very interesting.
Oh, we have the Harvest coming through though, and this is very bad because like this basically outpaces the regeneration the Helmmaster would have otherwise had. So this is very big because this means like whatever the Helmmaster of Seidel does right now, he is under a ton of pressure.
And again, the Helmmaster have a bad situation.
Yeah, so he probably heals this because he's just trying to buy time right now. At this point, he probably tries to just buy some time for this Houndmaster, and this is very, very big. By the way, you have to notice, for instance, that Halo's, that's what my chat has told me, this was I kind of was about to say as well, this Arbalest is using Snuff for no reason at all. Like, what would actually harm her here? Why would you need the Snuff on the Arbalest in this particular composition? You could run the Tiller to penetrate the guard. You could run the Breastplate to get some bonus healing, which is probably going to be quite important here because, let's face it, like Sis's composition does both damage and stress quite diligently as well, so that's quite important for him to basically just mitigate some of the damage as well with the healing. So I actually have to disagree with the choice of trinkets here. For Halo, he could have definitely adjusted a bit more than he did.
Oof. Double stun in the wistful team.
Yeah, and honestly, by the way, I feel like I have to kind of give some credit to Goliath here. Like, he convinced me that the breastplate is worth taking. Like, the Arbalest plate armor is just so big and gives you so much actually in terms of, like, you know, just basic survivability in those fights. So I feel like people just underestimated a ton. And it's just such a big item, it just gives you so much wiggle room. So if it comes down to like this, you know, very quick short trade, this might be trouble for Halo, right? Because like this healing is just something that you cannot underestimate.
Whoa.
Yeah, the breastplate is just, it's such a good defensive trinket, offering protection, increased healing, stress heal. It's pretty much all the things that you need to look out for in a supportive character like Arbalest.
Yeah, you have to wonder, like, why didn't he just go, since he's running a high damage composition, why didn't he just go for finish him the Crusader instead of moving? I mean, he decided to move instead of trying to finish off the Satyr here. Like, it's kind of a strange move. I feel like he was just trying to set up, like Sidelat has to notice this right now. I feel like Halo set up for the Caltrops right now. He set up for the Caltrops on the BH, and I think Sis doesn't see this. So this might be just a dead Houndmaster right now. This is such a high kill chance right now for this BH. It's going to be 60% deathblow chance. There are no bellow stacks on the board for Halo, so he's just going to go for the Caltrops right now. Although you have to consider this is very high defense on this Houndmaster. He survived this.
Resist the doors!
Yeah, we have a lot of protection from guard, right? So this is something you have to consider. But this was a death blow tested. This was not zero damage. This was a death blow tested. So this Handmaster could have very well just gone down there. This was a very, very possible kill right now. So I feel like Sisgood's kind of lucky here. Obviously, you know, it's kind of
Really
it's a
sorry,
50-50. It's crazy. I feel like this game is just going to be nuts compared to the previous one. This is way more strategic. Both guys know what's happening, and they have like a way better plan to execute right now. So I just really am very curious how this evolves. I would really like, considering, you know, we have this kind of strong guard mechanic on Sidelad's side. I would really love to see the Tiller as well on this Arbalest. I don't know why he decided not to take the Tiller right now. It's kind of a strange, very odd choice right now, because this Arbalest just doesn't do anything right now. And he could have capitalized on this, you know, guarded Handmaster while he was still marked. Right now, this is obviously not going to matter at all, but I feel like taking the Tiller on the Arbalest is just such a big advantage for you. Maybe just, you know, dropping this Snuff, taking some more damage, would have definitely given him like a very, very decent advantage here. This Handmaster here, I think he's kind of safe with this actually, because he goes for heal. Because there is no more Caltrops, right? There's very little that can target the Handmaster at this point. Like, the bleed obviously will work him down slowly, but this is basically all there is. Like, there's no way of directly accessing this HM at this point. So it's kind of a good situation for Silent. I think he should be kind of trying to put the pressure right now on HEYLOW, rather than just playing this passively, right? So this Derek Stab obviously could have threatened him, but he goes first right now. He could have easily just gone for this Hound's Harry and then healed the HM this turn. I know it does, man. Sorry, I know it bypasses guard, man. I know it does.
I'm really sorry, guys. This is very exciting for me.
But this Jester is first of all stunned right now, and second of all, Sis was gonna go
really
first,
sorry,
so she had control.
Mike, continue.
So, okay, this is looking kind of bad though, because this Crusader is out of any options to sustain himself, right? However, we obviously have the access to guard for Sidelad. The question is like whether he sacrifices this Crusader, which is obviously quite a big loss for him, right? Because Crusader is like the core for this comp. He provides stuns, control, a lot of stress, a lot of damage as well. So losing this Satyr so soon would probably be quite detrimental. However, unguard this Handmaster is going to be probably an opening, like an invitation for the Jester to come forward with the finale as well. So
change the defense, very good play.
Because no, you can always just cleanse the stun if you HEYLOW. And then you can just finale someone. You have two targets right now, potentially. Okay, obviously one, because this Handmaster is the only one that's out there.
He's probably trying to wait out for Abomination to do his, since Abomination can have access to that stun right after.
Yeah, that's true. But it's gonna take a while right now to actually get that off, right? So, because this Arbalest is just gonna cleanse the stun, and is basically Sidelat has very little options right now, very few options to react to this at all.
And Hound Harry again. Oh, miss.
Big.
Let's see if this Crusader gets another virtue. He doesn't. Finally, not a virtue.
Oh, this is change. It's a great change for the Wistful. It's not virtuous, the Crusader in this moment. Oh, nice. That flare.
Oh, however, I just noticed this. You have the Abomination going for the stun again. This is just going to be a stun or a push. It has to be a stun actually. No, that's a bad idea. He should have stunned this Jester, because right now the Jester can just go for the Derek Stab.
Slam again.
Oh, it's also resisted. Oh, what the hell? This is 10% movement resistance. He gets the resist. Moreover, he also, you know, could have Derek Stabbed anyway. So I think he's just gonna go for the finale right now. He goes. That's very strange of a decision, because he might just lose this Jester right now. I would have always finale this Handmaster here.
Ooh, that lag!
I feel like this is just questionable. Yeah. That's just so questionable for HEYLOW right now, because he might just lose to this Handmaster. So if this Jester dies right now, he doesn't get the finale off, and this HM just demolishes the composition of HEYLOW. He should have stunned this Jester. I feel like he should have just stunned the Jester.
Self-preservation is paramount at any cost.
And this Jester just goes right now. Finales the Handmaster. This is over. This is all over. Oh, this is a pass! Oh god, this is so fortunate.
Oh,
so this is a
my
big
God.
turnaround. Holy fuck! I'm sorry, guys. This is crazy.
Is Stamp the Houndmaster, maybe? Oh, I don't know. What is the strategy of Wistful? Play
This is
aggressive
mad.
or more defensive?
Now this is gonna break multiple characters' resolve right now. This bellow breaks everybody. Almost.
Yo.
It almost breaks. Like, if he activates this Obelisk right now, she also gets afflicted. So, you have everybody afflicted right now for HEYLOW. This is not a very good situation still for Sis, but I think this is salvageable for him nonetheless. And this Jester obviously requires healing right now to be usable. And, you know, Sis is going to start every single turn right now. You can obviously stand the Abomination to alleviate that pressure. But at this very point, I feel like this is going to be quite a troubling situation for HEYLOW. Okay, this heal is very big. This heal is very big, though.
Critic and cure. Whew. Very good, that critic, Professor HEYLOW.
Goliath, if you were to say, like, if you were to tell me how like, the win rate chance right now for Sis, what win rate chance would you give to Sis right now at this stage of the game?
I think Sis can win this match, of course.
I think Sis has the tides have definitely turned in his favor. However, even though they're afflicted, they can still perform their actions. Jester still has access to finisher. Bounty Hunter can still kill instantly. You know,
yeah, the HM is dead. The HM is just dead right now. Very unfortunate. Right now, this is.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like 20% win rate for Sis, considering this. Okay, this BH might do something stupid. Nope, no, he doesn't pass. Okay, this is a dead HM. Oh god.
Oh, another dead.
That's unfortunate.
And critic. No corpse in the floor. Oh.
Yeah, there's still finale on the cards, guys. There's still finale available, and it's just so important. Right? The finale is still on the cards, and this Abomination has like very little defense. Like, he has low HP as well. He might just die to a single finale if things just go against him right now.
Facing the abyss.
You have to, however, consider the fact we have a lot of afflicted characters for HEYLOW, so this might be quite an illusion of an advantage right now for him. This just also lands in row number 4. This is very big. Yeah. So this MAA, I have actually seen men-at-arms just solo teams at way lower stress. So this is still within the realm of winnable for Sis for sure. Especially this A-bomb is still alive and, you know, very much kicking. So this might still be an opportunity for Sis to kind of maybe remain in the series, maybe remain in control. Because we see like so much stress right now. Those guys are like at 180 stress for Xader, 180 for the Jester. We have 120 and 130 respectively for the BH and the Arbalest. So it's quite a lot of stress overall on those characters. This is very big for Sis. However, obviously, you know, those guys, they are still going to be able to deliver damage. 9, however, that's not a big hit, especially considering the fact this Abomination is stunned.
Oof. And move!
That's very fortunate.
Oh
That's very fortunate for HEYLOW, actually. He really needed this, because he's set up for the finale right now. He can pivot onto the MAA even, I feel.
And restart again. It's time to bellow again?
No, he's gonna go for the defender. He should go for the defender here. Otherwise, the finale will be able to kill his man-at-arms if he can just clear debuff with Arbalest and get the finale and kill him.
Below. Oh, but that dodge!
In my opinion, that was a bit of a
dodge. The Jester dodge and don't enter in heart attack. Woo! Oh my gosh! Oh, it's time to finale.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be the finale coming down right now, I feel. You have to imagine this is it. Okay, it's a dead A-bomb indeed.
Hold on.
My god.
But we'll have like multiple afflicted characters right now. A single act-out can really ruin what HEYLOW has going for him at the same time. So this is not over by any means. It's like kind of... Obviously, I feel like Sidelash has very low. They would say like 15-10% chance to win, but he still does have this chance to win anyway. He played this game significantly better than the previous one as well, so I feel like he might just be able to get this.
Haha! They can heal him in this position!
He can't even damage the MAA. This is very big. Like, every single move you buy for yourself is just going to be extremely important for you if you're Sis. Like yeah, you have 0 HP on the Sager, by the way, as well. He's going to probably heal the Jester. You have a lot of healing there.
You really should.
Ace, thank you for the follow, my man. By the way, guys, if you're new to the stream, remember you can follow, you can subscribe. There's also a membership option right now, which is basically what is this is equivalent to Twitch subscription. You usually
Well,
just click the
Manhattan's,
join button
have a
below
lot
the
of
stream.
life,
You can
not
do it, guys,
stresses.
as well, and you know, support me a bit.
Professor Halo have 2 heroes in the dead doors, more or less, with the hair attack, right?
Yeah.
Maybe have a little bit possibility.
Bellow drops down. Bellow drops down. And... Ah,
Another
okay, that's
hair.
gonna be so close. Honestly, those 2 corpses is what divides Sidelat from winning and losing. Like, if those corpses stick around for a little bit longer, you have to imagine he might just be able to pull it off. Because, like, a single affliction just not going Halo's way right now is probably going to be lethal. Because, like, a single act out on the healer, you know, someone refusing the healing as well, is just gonna be so big. This critical healing, though, on the Satyr is obviously quite big, though, so, yeah. We might see the pool right now. We might see the hook coming onto the MAA right now from this BH. Okay, that's very unfortunate. This affliction isn't really doing much for him.
Death cannot be escaped.
It's time to play the afflictions.
I would have done the stun last turn, get the damaging going, have Arbalest shoot Man-at-Arms already, because he really needs to start getting hit.
And oh, it's smooth.
Yeah. And this is now a possibility for a stun, right? For Halo, so you might just lock this MAA down for the foreseeable future. Like a single turn of lockdown is definitely an option right now. It's definitely on the cards. Yeah, I feel like Sidelat's kind of running out of ammunition right now at this point. So it's
And
looking
here we go again.
quite good for Halo indeed. This Bellow comes down, and that's triple heart attack.
2!
Probably going to be a quad once someone moves and they stress the 4th one out.
Oh, the Arbalest can
Yeah.
healing. The Arbalest can healing. So, oh, but this, yeah.
This is resisted. It's so big. That's so big. If he doesn't kill this MAA right now, if he gets like a single act out that screws up his turn, or I feel like Sis just gets this. Holy shit! Like this MAA may be able to clutch this. Actually, he might just be able to clutch this.
They have a little bit possibility. Woo!
Okay, that's a dead Jester.
Jester
And
out!
this is a chain kill. Look at this. This is over. He gets it. I think it's so close right now. A single Bellow and it's over. I feel like Sis gets this. Guys, this is gonna be 1-1. I think. Look at this. This Arbalest. Does she act out? Yes, she acts out. There's no way in hell he wins this right now. Sis gets game number 2, guys. What a crazy ending. This is insane.
This is insane match. Insane match.
He clutches 15% win rate chance. I feel like he gets this one. He just bellows, and this is it. This is curtains for Halo. We're gonna go 1-1 in the series right now. This is so cool. You have to love DD for this. You may be shouting, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Woo!
Awesome, guys. Awesome,
I'm
amazing game.
going to do a show, and a show I have given you.
Incredible! Incredible, guys! 4 hair attacks! 3 deaths! Oh my gosh!
Lovely.
That is incredible!
What a clutch. What an absolute freaking clutch for this one, guys. It's an amazing moment right now. We're just gonna go to game number 3. And let's just see how guys adjust to this. Because I feel like Halo really has to rethink some things as well as Sis. So let's just kind of give those guys some time. They deserve this.
The resist of the stands make to Wistful Fiddlerlad win the second match. Oh my gosh! Very excited, guys. Oh my gosh, this is the tire. But remember, if you wanna win, you need win 2 times more than Professor Halo or Wistful Fiddlerlad. This is very exciting, guys. Oh, I think that with that below, I'm entering her attack too.
Yo.
Oh, incredible that match. I'm thinking all the time, Professor Halo go win this second match, but you say, this is the magic of Darkest Dungeon. If you resist one stun, you can win your match.
Yeah, like he really needed to resist that one. He got that, and that's just remarkably good. We're going into game number 3. Honestly, you have to note, guys. HEYLOW did not make
Yeah.
any changes at all. Like HEYLOW made
Let's go
zero changes to his composition. He just pressed play again, and I feel like this is not good for him. I feel like he has definitely like some openings to improve, and I'm very surprised he hasn't made any use of those. I feel like he could have definitely improved what he has brought to the table here. And right now we're 1-1 in the series, and I'm really not sure if if Sis isn't improving from game to game. And if like this slight numerical advantage he could have otherwise had, HEYLOW could have otherwise had,
Alright.
wouldn't be good. So the big part here, obviously, that the Helmmaster being pulled to position 1 means that this Arbalest can no longer shoot here. Like there's no way for this Arbalest to shoot. I'm kind of surprised, honestly, that Silat picks the Abomination first instead of picking the Crusader, because this Abom will put the Crusader in position number 3, and that doesn't sound too good for Sis, honestly. He doesn't want to have the Crusader in third. He wants to be using the Zealous Accusation like he did in the previous fight.
And Critic too.
Yeah, it's a bit of damage, actually. This might come into play later on down the line.
I think this is actually a really good position Sis put on HEYLOW. All he has to do is focus fire on one character, and he kills them with Finale. I don't think Sis realizes what he just did there. It's a common misplay I see with a lot of Abominations. They push someone back, but then they end up pushing the Jester into Finale range, which is a huge misplay in my book.
Yeah, I feel like he's just trying to control this Jester right now. The good part about the setup of Sidala, though, is that he realized that the BH doesn't have the mark, he only has the hook. So right now this Helmmaster is just gonna be safe. I feel like if you lose the Abom before you lose the Helmmaster, you're still kind of okay. And this is not much damage, by the way. This is kind of low roll for this bowler. I mean, sorry, for this sniper shot, right? So this is looking quite good, I feel, for Sis still. He stuns the Jester, by the way, so this is denied. This also means, however, this Hound's Harry doesn't come through. And you have to also note, however, that this is a lot of stress dealt already on the side of Sis. Right, Sis has delivered quite a lot of pain to HEYLOW in this fight.
Holy Lancer.
That's so much damage. Oh, this comes into play. That crit comes into play so much sooner than I had anticipated. This is just so big right now. He has so much pressure, just on the Crusader even. That's just very, very big. And you have a lot of control right now. Those bleeds are resisted on the Seder as well, because he has like ridiculous 70% bleed resistance on himself. And he's going to take over this game, I feel like, right now, because he can just start using Zealous Accusations or start stunning and controlling what HEYLOW has brought to the table here. I feel like he has a plethora of options, really. He can also just transform this Abom back to the human, even heal him if need be, right? So he has so many options right now available to him.
Whoa! 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 Who let the dogs out?
Yeah, who? Right? Who? Apparently Sis let the dogs out. And this is gonna be Dev's door for the Sager. This is nothing to be trifled with. This is Dev's door for the Crusader. You have to really heal this very soon, or you just risk losing this character at this point.
And if you see the team of the Professor HEYLOW, we start to make a lot of, or take a lot of stress.
Yeah, this is way more stress than than Sis had previously inflicted in the previous game. We have already like a bunch of stress coming mostly through the crits that were delivered to HEYLOW's team, I think. So those crits are just gonna be very, very big right now, coming into the. Okay, that's very surprising, actually.
That was a big misplay.
I feel like, he has 1 HP, so he's okay. He doesn't have to use the Absolution yet. I feel like he just realizes that he's just going to lose this Abom sooner or later, and instead of using the Absolution, he just tries to squeeze out as much healing as possible. If he's actually able to keep this Abom alive for a single turn longer, by the way, guys, this means that he gets to transform, and that's just very, very big as well. By the way, this is a healing on the. This is what Sidalat has forced here. He forced the heal on the Crusader. Otherwise this would have been a very, very big risk for HEYLOW. Losing this Crusader, you really don't want to have that happen to you if you're playing this sort of a control damage composition. So I feel like Sis actually made a very good play. He has a single-digit HP on this Abomination, but you don't need much more in here. Like, you just need to stun the Jester right now as Sis, and you're probably golden coming into the next turn as well.
Wow. Okay, time to Crusader and a stunning blow.
Oh my god, no!
Oh my god.
Wow!
Oh,
These
fuck.
Jesters looks like a fucking ninja. Like
Yeah.
a ninja. Oh my god.
Oh no! I mean, you have to admit, like, there is a second opportunity for Sis right now to restand this Jester. Okay, there isn't anymore.
Wow.
So this A-bomb, you know, you have to use your own Crusader right now to just save this Abomination from dying. And this is like, I wonder if this is worth it for Sis at this point. Whether it's not just better to risk losing the A-bomb. I mean, maybe just lose it 100%, because there's like zero ways of preventing this killing blow, I feel, for him right now. So I think he's just going to deliver whatever he can. No, there's like zero ways of preventing this, because I mean, he just Derek stab and kill this. He can obviously guard the A-bomb. This is just about like 40% chance to, or 35% chance to resist the death blow from the Jester, who has the finisher, right? So I feel this A-bomb is just done. And Sis just has to make the most out of the situation. Obviously, like, we have a lot more stress in play right now. Okay, Sis goes for the risky play here. I feel like he just kind of rolls the dice on this one. And this is about, like, as I said, like 30% chance that this Abomination lives right now. And you just have to be praying right now. If you're Sis, he gets it! Oh, this is insanely good. Now I feel like Sis is gonna get this game. Like, he is that, like, he has such a big advantage, such a big tempo advantage, right? This Abomination is going to survive this turn this way. There's nothing that can finish this right now. The BH is in the first position, he cannot use caltrops. The Crusader cannot pierce the guard as well as the Arbalest, right? So this is such a big turn for Cydelad right here. So we have the dodge on the Jester, which is followed up by this Abomination actually not taking the critical killing blow. And this is so important. This is just, you cannot understate like how big this is. We have multiple afflictions coming through right now. We have 2 characters afflicted, many more on the way, I feel. And this is just so remarkably huge for Cydelad. He's gonna stun this Jester, I feel, right now. He's just, he might even lose the A, but he's gonna be okay anyway. Look at those health bars. Like, this is 10-3. And HEYLOW hasn't killed a single character. He basically just took down the A-bomb to low HP, but this is just not enough anyway. He was not able to capitalize on anything. He's just smashing with the Bellow debuff on himself. This Jester is going to be permanently stunned right now. This Handmaster is just going to deliver a shitload of stress as well. We have 2 resolve broken characters as there's 2 on the way. I feel like Sis has a commanding lead in this game.
Wow,
and this is gonna be, yeah, there's gonna be multiple stuns as well coming through, I feel. This might be like double stun right now even, just to prevent those turns from being, you know, taken by HEYLOW. So what he's doing right now, he's just switching positions so that probably this facilitates the caltrops next turn. But this might be just very late, right? It just might be too little too late, honestly, because this A-bomb, I feel like if I were Sis at this point, I would just transform with this A-bomb. I would just go for the transformation, just deliver additional stress, deliver the Hara, and just, you know, give up on this character. You might lose him, that's okay. I feel like this is just still fine for you. Because, yeah, that's just what it is. You just can't sacrifice this A-bomb. You can also just use the Absolution right now with the Abomination, first of all. And the next turn, you can just go for a push, right? Although this Jester might just get the finale off, so that's kind of the trouble here, part of the trouble.
Wow.
So let's see what Cydelad does here. Like, he can also actually use the Abomination to stun the Jester. So this basically keeps all those characters in place still for him. But this still means that the BH is going to capitalize with the caltrop. So I think he does the right thing. He just gives up the Abomination. He tries to just deliver the stress. He pushes the Jester out, denies.
Wow.
He denies the finale once again.
Critic.
This is massive, by the way. The crit is going to stack some more stress. We have the clasp as well on this A-bomb. This means like he does additional damage with every single hit. So this is so much stress. Right? This is way more stress than we saw before. Like turn 5, nobody was afflicted last fight. Right now, 3 characters afflicted, 1 almost there. And this Jester probably gets the kill right now, but I don't think this matters.
For the killing blow at the end. Oh my gosh!
This is Sis's game to lose right now.
Yes, it's a bad situation for ProfessorHeyLow, I think.
It's awful for HEYLOW. This is just, I feel like this is just curtains for him. Like this is just gonna be a kill right now as well. Kill comes through on the Crusader. It's just going to demoralize. It's just gonna demoralize the troops of HEYLOW, and I feel like this is just HEYLOW has to just be looking forward to game number 4 right now, because this one is just all done and dusted for him. This Jester, by the way, is just going to drop dead very, very soon. The single bellow is what divides the Jester from the Dev Store. Obviously, the heal comes first, so this might be alleviated for a while, but still, this is just gonna be too much, I think. This is just gonna be too much. A single bellow will probably just end an activation on the Jester. Is just gonna be enough to just activate the heart attack and just get him back to 0 HP.
Wow. Holy Lancer, 27.
That's it. That Jester, the
And
squid
that
just
was
seals the
enough.
deal.
Concentration.
I'm sorry, go ahead, man.
Incredible match, guys. Incredible match. And maybe it's very probably this match go to the Wishful and Dodge of the Dog. Oh my.
You also have to mention, by the way, the previous game was sort of decided by those act outs. This game, however, we have not seen a single act out by HEYLOW's characters. Nothing serious, like no passes, no painful missed positions as well. So it's kind of going kind of okay for HEYLOW. He was just unable to execute his strategy. And I feel you have to blame the itemization he chose, like at least partially. Like this Arbalest is just not being optimized here. Like you have zero reasons to be running this snuff right now. Zero reasons, like no reasons whatsoever to be using this snuff here. I have no clue why he's doing this, why he hasn't adjusted. Like you should have definitely made this kind of adjustment. Like you should have made this adaptation in the previous phase between the games. So he probably should be doing this right now. He should be just kind of making those changes there. Because this is over. I feel like this is just as over as it gets.
Yes. Yes, a lot of stress. And in dead doors. And they have horror. Oof. Very, very bad for Professor HEYLOW.
Not looking good.
Well, it's time to the dog.
Yeah, this is just gonna be Hans Harry and a dead BH, and I feel hard attack on the Arbalest when she activates. So that's just it. That's just it. Like there's nothing she can do. Like a single Arbalest just doesn't do anything against what Sidelad has here, especially when she's at 0 HP, right? So.
And time to below.
This is over. He taps out. HEYLOW taps out of the game.
Lads, I'll need a 5-minute break now, okay?
Yeah, let's take a break then, sure. We can take a 5-minute break, I guess. We all could use that. I mean, I guess we can stick around and just kind of talk about the game a little bit more. If you guys want to take a break, however, I'm perfectly fine with this.
I'll be right back.
Okay, Misukun, so how do you feel about the tournament right now? Who do you think is going to take the series? Is it going to be Sis? Is it going to be HEYLOW?
I don't know. I can say that. I don't know that. The two players have a very good configuration and very good abilities from win this final. So for the moment, Wishful Siderlat is have more points to win that, right?
Yeah. Wishful is like a single. We are at match point right now. He takes a single victory right now. He wins the tournament. And you know you need to kind of sweep 2 games in a row if you're HEYLOW. So he probably needs to make some adjustments. He needs to really rethink his strategy here. And if he doesn't do this, I feel like he's just gonna be done here. Although this is very exciting of a match, because specifically because of the very fact this is exciting because we have the. I'm sorry, guys. I need to focus for a while. So this is quite good because those compositions are very evenly matched. I feel like they're just going blow for blow, and nobody holds this kind of decisive advantage here. It's just about like how you play, what sort of chances you take, what sort of decisions you make, what sort of game plan you have, what sort of items you're using, and so on and so forth. So you have to admit like the fact that this game is just as even as it gets. I think this is a very good final, just because we didn't get this 3-0, we get like 2-1 right now. It's just looking very, very even. So I'm very excited to see the game number 3. Very excited to see game number 4 and potentially game number 5 here, because I feel it might just boil down to game number 5 in this series.
I think the in the previous match, I think it's a bad idea use the hook in the dog and put in the first line. So maybe Professor HEYLOW lost this match for that.
Yeah, I feel like he made a couple of big mistakes in terms of like the composition he's using, and I'm just kind of very much surprised he decided not to adjust this, because he could have just definitely made some very, very big changes there, like as far as skills go, as far as the items go as well.
Hello, I'm
and
back.
And it's just kind of baffling that he hasn't done any
Also,
of this.
let me, just for a second, while we're in game, fucking tell Halo to mute the death of himself.
Yeah,
Surely
Halo,
it's unfair if he's fucking listening to everything you're saying, right?
Yeah, Halo, you have to mute yourself indeed. You have to just... I mean, you have to mute the stream, you have to mute us, like, as well, so that you don't hear what we're saying, right? Because we're probably just... We might be divulging the plans for you as well. Obviously, we're at the final stage of the tournament, so you probably guys are both fully capable of thinking for yourselves. But it's only fair if you both mute us as well. That's very important, indeed.
Okay, yes, guys.
I'm back.
I'm here, I've always been here, and I'll always be here, guys. Let's
Yeah,
see
I
some
think it's a very
blood
good idea,
flow in the arena again.
So, if you are ready, guys, we can start again.
Indeed. So, Sis, I think, like, Halo, are you here? Halo.
Hello?
Just got back. I'm here.
Okay, cool. So you have to mute us right now. We can go back into game number 4. And...
Give me 1 second, so I'm not quite ready yet.
Okay. I'm just gonna go check whether my window is open. God, it's so hot right now. It's 2 a.m. in Poland. It's so ridiculously hot anyway. It's just so difficult for me to just sit down here. It's outrageous. Guys, it's just gonna be such a cool game number 4. I just feel this in my bones. This might be it for the tournament, by the way. This might be over. And yeah, we'll just see.
All right, I got him muted.
All right.
Not sure if I'm talking over people.
Okay.
I had the volume turned very, very low anyways. I didn't want anybody to think that I was trying to pick up anyone's game plan.
That's fine, man.
No worries.
Competitive integrity, though. Competitive integrity, right?
Yeah. So, when you are ready, Sis, we can see the next match. Waiting for the opponent. So, and what do you think? I got to make the same question, Mikefield. What do you think about that final?
I think I've already said this. Like, those two guys are like extremely evenly matched right now. So it is anybody's series to take. And I feel like this basically depends on 2 factors. First of all, like the number of mistakes those guys are making. You have seen quite a few of those mistakes. Like we were asking ourselves questions like whether this was the right move or whether this was the correct strategy to take. And I feel like those mistakes may pay dividends for the opponents or the people who are making them, right? So it's first of all the RNG, obviously, but the second part is obviously the mistakes, which are very numerous and which can definitely be kind of cleaned up. So whoever makes fewer of them will probably take the series.
Yes. So
Yeah,
I got to speak. Tell us.
I was going to say, Halo hasn't really responded to his changes here, and inevitably that's going to be his downfall. I agree with Mike in where he should have replaced Snuff, especially since Sis doesn't have anyone to pull Marvelous into stunning position. So,
Alright, so let's go again, guys.
Okay, this is game number 4, game which might as well be the final game of the tournament, the game that might decide the winner or might just give us game number 5, which is even more exciting. I'm really hoping that we do indeed get game number 5 here.
Yes.
By the way, Halo starts this one, so he goes forward, he pulls the act. Oh, okay, that's surprising. He goes for the pull again on the MAA here, which I suppose kind of puts the Abomination slightly out of position. So yeah. What do you make of this? Like consistently pulling the MAA here.
it's a good strategy if you can actually get the finisher off on Man-at-Arms. Crippling his comp by killing Man-at-Arms is hard to do in the beginning, but it's a really big pillar to take down. So if it works, it's just that much more of a reward for Halo. Let's see if he can actually go through with it, though. It looks like it's a little harder to do now that Hound Master is guarding him.
Yeah, the thing you also have to consider, I think, is the fact that this Hound Master, if he were to I feel like this is all boiling down to Halo just not making any changes to his trinkets and skills. I have no idea why he's not doing this. Like, he could have easily taken Mark on this BH. He doesn't need the knockback on here. He just could have taken the Mark. marked anybody he wanted. He could have marked the Abomination. He could have marked the Handmaster from row 4, row 3. Like he would have been not bound by those rules at all. And now he's just in a lot of trouble. This is 11 damage. Just doesn't do anything. This is pathetic damage. Seriously, like, he should have just made so many adjustments here. I'm so surprised. Like you're playing for $100 and you're just not making those changes. Why, God? Why would you not make those alterations?
Honestly, I would have pushed Abomination with Bounty Hunter. He had a really good opportunity in the past 3 games to just send Abomination right to position 4, keep him in that useful spot, you know, and then just force whoever he advances, force Houndmaster to be pulled up to the front consistently, keeping his Abomination out of the fight.
Yeah.
This would have been a very easy match for Halo to counter against, but he's making a lot of misplays here.
Yeah, I feel like Sis just has his number here, and Sis just knows how to play this comp way better than Halo knows how to play his. Overall, like, you know, considering that tournament setting anyway, the fact that he can make those changes and that he's not making those changes, it's just so puzzling, honestly. So if this game goes the way of the previous 2, by the way, it's just gonna be so bad for Halo. You have to note though, however, like in the previous fight, we saw about 30 stress across the board in 10 number 1. Right now it's just the Bellow coming through. This is basically nothing. 10 stress doesn't kind of matter too much. And this Hellmaster is actually threatened right now. He takes a lot of damage. He is at 9 HP. Single shot will probably take him to 0. And then this might be a kill at least a kill opportunity for Halo. And I don't think the Jester might have enough. He would need to crit this to actually get the kill. I feel like he's like at 8 to... I feel like using the Jester right now would be risky anyway. Also, I feel like Sidelat can easily just push this Jester back to 4th right now, which he's probably gonna do with this A-bomb. Let's just watch it. Let's just watch how it goes. Yeah, so the Jester flies, and Jester is back in 4th right now. That's very big.
Well, Halo can just shoot Arbalist. Actually, no, he wouldn't even be able to get the finisher off because he's in position 4. Yeah, it's a really bad spot for him now.
Wow.
It is. And, you know, this Handmaster can just heal right now. This is just very much okay. I'd actually, if I were a Sidelad, I wonder if I wouldn't just be using the regular healing on the Handmaster and just dropping the Hound Harries, because they just do so much stress. Although you have to consider the fact that, you know, like there is very little that can access this HM in row number 4, so he's probably safe right now. And this means like you have to pull him forward again. I think like that's what's gonna happen as well. This BH is just gonna pull the HM to row number 2 if he gets it all, because he doesn't have the gauntlet right now. So the mids are not on this BH, and Handmaster has some decent move resistance. So this is still a coin toss even if you're trying to target this HM down. Or almost a coin toss anyway. So, like, what is the game plan for Halo right now?
Honestly, I think he's just reaching around trying to see what he can do here. He's just trying to get some damage in, but all in all, it's not working out too well. He really needs to make an opening and make an opening fast. Otherwise, Sis is just going to keep performing on his usual tactics.
And now the true test.
And the HM, like, actually Halo utilizes the guard to his advantage right now. This might be a dead... Yeah, because Halo starts next turn. So he can just couch drop this I feel like this is potentially a dead Houndmaster, in fact. You have to guard right now. You have to use guard just to get the bonus protection on the HM. He has to see this. If he doesn't see this, he loses the Houndmaster most likely. He just has to see that he can guard this. He has a lot of Bellow stacks already on Halo's team, so if he just guards this Houndmaster, those sculptures will do 0 damage. He does see this, and this means indeed that he will stay alive.
Change the defender, and lost the mark in the mana turn. Yes, very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't agree with using Jester here first, but you know it is Halo's comp, and again he's denied his kill on the Houndmaster. Things are not looking really good for him. Halo's got to do something big, and he needs to do it now. Things are really whittling down. Sis's lead is getting bigger and bigger with each passing move.
Yeah, the worst part is that the stress comp of Sis has done more damage in this game than the damage comp, like the straight up burst comp of Halo. And that's kind of the risk of running those Markovs. If you do not deliver very early on, you're very likely to just lose the game because of that. And I feel like HEYLOW just hasn't delivered here. Like, he just underestimated his opponent. Okay, let's just stop criticizing the poor guy. He has a family after all, but I feel like he just kind of threw this game. This could have easily been his game to take here.
Wow. Okay, guys, I need to go to the toilet 1 second, right?
wait.
Okay, so by the way, he's just taking his time. I feel like this is fair. I think like this is very important as well. Like, this is something that Sis has been mentioning to me a lot. Like, where I was just kind of taking my turns instantaneously without thinking. You really, if you're especially in a tournament setting, right, you really need to think about your turns. So he actually is taking his own advice right now. He didn't take it yesterday, but right now he's actually taking his own advice. He's just taking his time. He's thinking about every single move. It's just paying dividends. Well, when you look at HEYLOW, he's just kind of instantaneously using the skills, which in this particular case actually gives him slight advantage here, but overall I feel like this might be just something that's costs him the game, really. Though this 0 HP Crusader, how do you dig yourself out of this? You have to maybe transform the A-bomb? I guess you have to just transform the A-bomb, or you can just re-guard with the MAA. You can also use the MAA to re-guard this.
I would say guard, yeah, either guard or stun one of the finishers, but he has 2 here, so if he stuns one, he can just move the other one first. Almost, like I said, yeah, just guarding is your best bet. But honestly, even with Crusader dying, things are not looking very good at all for HEYLOW.
No, they aren't. Although the stress is quite low compared to the previous game, mostly because of those crits not happening and this Houndmaster being forced to play defensively. So it's a very different game from the previous one. But you can't help the feeling that, HEYLOW just dropped the ball on this one. He just dropped the ball and, it's just not looking too good.
Hey, it happens. It's the finale. It's the grand finale of the tournament. I'm sure there's a lot of stress riding on both of their shoulders.
Indeed, yeah, I cannot disagree with this. So this red, I think this MA still has the red hook, doesn't he? There's quite a lot of stress actually coming through. Oh, that's a kill. Yeah, I think this was just gonna happen though. There was like no way to avoid this. Now, if you're side
out. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, sorry, I got to speak a little bit time in Spanish, right?
Sure, go ahead, man.
Chicos, esto es increíble. O sea, está súper interesante la partida. Vamos ya. Van 1-2 para Wishful Citherland, pero parece ser que en esta partida se le está dando muy bien al profesor HEYLOW. Así que vamos a ver, sin embargo, vamos a ver ese Below ha sido muy duro y paranoico se pone. Okay, guys, that paranoid, that affliction is very bad.
Yeah, it is. Even though Sis is down a hero, people are already starting to become afflicted. We've already got, what, 2 people on the board afflicted now?
Yes.
Both with pretty bad ones, too. Paranoid? Just the ability to pass alone is scary enough. Imagine having reduced resistances as well. Look at that. 5% chance to resist stun. Like, it doesn't matter what you're going to do with Crusader. Abomination, and once he gets that move, he can just chain stun Crusader into oblivion. Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like, however, the skill on the Crusader is very big, because this means there's way less control for Sis available. Like, he cannot control this Jester anymore right now, and this Able might just end up, being chain stunned into eternity really right now. So I think like Sis really needs to get this second transformation off as soon as possible before this A-bomb is dead. But I feel like honestly, HEYLOW has to start healing as well, so it's not that good of a situation for him either. And you just have to, like, the longer this game goes, I feel like this is playing into hands of Sidelad right now. So Sis is most likely to just get this win, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. Everyone saved the Arbalest being afflicted. Those afflictions, it's not like you're running abusive or something where you don't have to worry about a turn pass, but it's still looking very bad here. With that stress just continuing. Yeah, all that extra horror, the bane of my existence, horror.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
128, guys, 128 just by transforming. That's sick. Also, a rage comes through, and this means this Jester is still under siege. Like, every single time this Jester drops to 0, HEYLOW has to heal this because otherwise his win rate chance just plummets momentarily. So this heal is just probably gonna come through, and this means again that this is a turn. Oh, this is rejected.
He's been denied. Oh
Yeah.
my god. He has to go on the offensive now.
Oh my
Honestly,
God.
I could see Houndmaster being killed on this turn if HEYLOW plays it right. However, we have to see how Sis is gonna play this turn out. If he moves Man-at-Arms first, alright, so he's gonna keep applying pressure.
Resist these dead doors.
Yeah.
Not dead yet. Not dead yet. This is
Very
good. He's
close
still
to
in it.
being so close. Like, he also, because he was forced to heal with his Arbalest, he has not been able to actually do any debuff removal. So this actually means that this just stays like, I feel like minus 40, minus 60% damage right now, and this applies to the Crusader and to the BH as well. This is a crit for 7 damage. You just have to feel sad about this.
Oof, very interesting that match.
It's so cool, but yeah, I feel like Sis is just gonna get this one. He's just gonna drive this home seriously.
Especially because he's at 0% health. Yeah, Jester's dead. Crusader has a good chance of being next.
Ooh, that
Nice.
order
Almost.
unabusive. Ooh, maybe insult the party. No.
Alright,
Wow.
saves the
I'm
Jester.
healing.
Saves the Jester to be alive for next round if he doesn't get focused, which, let's be honest, might be the case.
The Crusader.
No, that
6
damage reduction is too high for that.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah, it's just, he let this game go for too long. I feel like just HEYLOW just didn't capitalize on anything here. Like, Cider played this airtight this time around. Like, he just managed to basically block anything, like any attack that HEYLOW came for against him, right? So he anticipated everything, and he just is going to get this one. He's just gonna get the W, and he will see how humble a winner Sis is, right? Which I anticipate he isn't, honestly.
Another here attack, and Crusaders go out.
Let's see if Sis is gonna be a humble winner or not, guys, because I feel like he's gonna be the winner nonetheless. Because I'm personally not a humble winner myself. When I win, I'm just gonna gloat for ages about that. So I feel like we're just gonna get this now on my streams as well. The Grunt Shape. Let's see this. I'm very curious about Sis just reacting to winning the series. I'm pretty certain, like, he definitely deserves the win. By the way, he just got this. Like, this series just shows that he's just like definitely one of the best players in the tournament. He's the best player in the tournament, I feel, right now, because he was just able to take down Mangle. He was able to, go head to head against HEYLOW as well. He defeats HEYLOW probably, and it just shows that, like, the caliber of the player we have here. So I'm just very curious as to how this kind of goes from here, really. So it's just, I feel like this is gonna be quite a short fight from this position right now, because this just looks like there's nothing to heal even for HEYLOW. He's just gonna kind of go down the drain from here.
Wow. And the decision is come here. No.
Yeah, just come here. They're just, yeah, it's too little, too late. It just doesn't accomplish anything. Holy shit. Like, losing to stress, when you lose to stress, it just feels so freaking hopeless. This can kill, by the way. This is gonna be a kill, yeah.
Wow! Intro! Wow!
Yeah. This is
Was
too
a
late,
big kill,
though.
but I doubt it's enough. Abomination and Man-at-Arms, two very big characters still left on the field. It's starting to look really bad for HEYLOW.
No, that time of the below. And yeah, it's enough for 2 kills more. And another heart attack. Ooh.
So what can
Guess
make it?
who just won the first ever $150 cash prize Misukun Darkest Dungeon tournament?
Yeah, you have a lot of possibilities to win that.
No, I've won it. It's over now.
Transform again. And Manacles.
This guy seems a bit fucking dead. Mike, Goliath, you both asleep?
No. We've been talking, but, you kind of came in, so we just let you talk.
I just
kind of
wanted to say
wondering how
that. I
much
just
you-
wanted to say that. I wanted to hear you guys.
What?
Oh, come on.
Okay, and
Well done,
the
sir.
third attack,
Congratulations.
and
Yeah,
the
this is
winner
over.
is Wishful! Oh my gosh! Congratulations, Wishful! You're
Yeah,
the winner
congrats.
of that tournament! And very good play, Professor Halo! Oh my gosh, this is incredible, guys!
Yeah.
Well done to both contestants. Good job. Good job, Halo. You put up a great fight. Congratulations on making it so far. Sis, amazing plays. Congratulations, dude. You took the crown. You're
Yeah.
number one, brother.